India Urban Space Foundation is a not-for-profit charitable trust which was established in 2007 with a focus on spatial planning as means of transforming Indian cities socially, culturally, economically and politically.
Spatial planning is something that is around us all the time. It can be something like if you're in a room, you plan the space around it, that's spatial planning at a micro level. But what India Urban Space deals with is spatial planning at the city scale, the urban scale, which affects a large population. Spatial planning is the core or something that is very important to having a good quality of life.
Spatial planning basically what the different elements of city life, different elements which actually impact the quality of life.
Yeah.
Through spatial planning, what you're doing is distributing people and activities across space.
With land use, housing, yes, the population, the environment is an important feature, heritage plays an important role, infrastructure plays an important role.
India Urban Space Foundation has a mandate, has mainly been working in two streams. One is helping the governments in implementing planning policies and governance system in doing institutional design. The other one is to provide vibrant platforms for governments, market players, academia, policy thinkers to come together and discuss the gaps that exist in planning processes in the country right now.
To create that plan, you need a good amount of data, which is a big gap that India faces right now in the planning field.
That is how India Urban Space envisaged itself as the middle breaking ground between government as well as citizens to help plan these spatial plans. That initially we started as an advocacy platform, identifying these gaps and then moving on. Now we have moved on to a stage when we are actually helping governments to implement the processes and policies which can affect and fill these gaps. So this project Inspire is actually creating those master planning guidelines which will be used to create spatial plans, and those spatial plans would be used as the key planning documents for the cities.
Project Inspire, through these guidelines, what we hope to do is give cities an opportunity all over India to create a good master plan that will not only take into consideration the history of how it has grown, but also how it's going to grow in the future and to guide that growth.
Land title, secure land rights is something which is a key critical element for land use planning. If we don't have unambiguous rights over the land that we own, that the government owns or the individual owns, then land use planning as well as preserving your environment, your heritage, it becomes a very difficult thing. So the key reform, the other reform that we are working on, helping government to work on as a pilot is Project Platinum, which stands for Partnership for Land Title Implementation for Urban Management. And this project is actually creating national level guidelines to introduce a guaranteed land title system in India, which will secure land rights for individuals as well as for government agencies and whoever owns the land. And it starts from creating a framework law which will enable this process, then also identify the survey and GIS methodologies for creating the system and also the technology involved once the system is put in place.